Hello and welcome back to Paper Mario 64. Last time we were here, we came to Lava Lava Island. Today we're gonna be, continuing on our Lava Lava Island journey eastwards, because that's the only direction we can go in. Oh, hello. What do you want? Ah, Mario, have a look at this. Looks like the entrance to the volcano, eh, old boy? Somewhere in that volcano are the treasures I'm looking for. I know it, the secrets of an ancient civilization. And yet I can't find a way in. Bit of a sticky wicket, eh? But I shall not give up. A good explorer never stops gathering information. Let's go back to the village to look for clues. There must be a way in there. There simply must. Come now. Oh, is it gonna be the other direction? Oh, God, stop it. Oh, did you think I was bested by enemies again? Haha, that's just a bit of a joke. Explorers must have a sense of humor, don't you know? Bastard. Hope he gets hit by a van next time. Okay, what do we do next? What happened here? The kids are gone in the jungle. I thought it just missed sheep. I didn't expect they go to such a dangerous area. How are we gonna find him? Oh, that's the leader, right? Oh, such ill fortune, the children are missing. They seem to have been secretly shipped up to the jungle. They don't know its dangers. Yeah, we must bring them to safety. I have to get them back. Well, why not? Not much we can do there. Not much we can do up there either. Huh. I assume we have to run. You have any info for us? Yeah, they're panicky. Could someone please solve their problem? Yeah, okay. Why is the sign to Yoshi's village? But it's Mario, please find those children. Yeah. Okay, they all say the same shit. Why is the entrance sign to Yoshi's village and the other way around? Shouldn't it be, like, maybe it says it in both sides? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Okay. I haven't played in a while, which is definitely not me prematurely apologizing for any failures. Not at all. There we go. I have to say, my recent video has been doing really well. I made a video on, well, the first one which I made was just on, like, a rather, in all honesty, embarrassingly bad take from, what I've seen. The issue is, like, it was just the kind of take that's like, oh yeah, dude, you know, 5th generation PS1 era games, nah, they're too old, they should be remade. That sort of stuff. And the issue with it, of course, was the fact... What's he doing? He can multiply. That's not good. Like, if you're not aware, the problem with that take... well, there are a few problems, but a really big one is that it, I made a mistake. It presupposes that, those games were limited in some way. Not again, please. Who are you? So I'll do full damage to him. This will kill him. I have an idea. So that did full damage to both of them. I think they have 7 health. I actually have no idea. I should probably use Gimbario on one of these turns. So what we can do now, theoretically, is knock out... yeah, 2 on 1 turn. There we go. Go away. But yeah, it's this whole large, stupid thing where there are some people who assume that all games are, you know, quote-unquote limited by their hardware. In a very sort of anti-art sense, where they'll see a game and assume that the developer's original vision for the game wasn't actually, you know, the game we got, but that there's this secret, like, real idea of what a developer had. You know, like, the secret real game the developer was going to make, but, oh, they were just limited by the hardware at hand, and only if they actually had the hardware powerful enough, they would have, you know, made a much better game. When that's simply not the case. Anyways, yeah, so I made a video on that, and that just kind of reminded me, oh yeah, it's kind of fun to make long videos, so I made like a half-hour video going over some niche 5th generation render quirks, and how the pipeline worked, and then I ended up, making that video, only to, have some comments asking me about where the Sega Saturn was, and the answer is, I didn't want to cover it in the exact same video, because it's just, you know, a little bit... it's just a little bit too off the beaten path. It's kind of difficult to explain in the context of the 5th gen stuff. It was really free flow in so many ways, and it's like, you know, for almost basically every single PS1 game or N64 game, the way you would make the pipeline work was basically the same. Like, you would render stuff on the... there's something there. Like, you would render stuff in one specific way, then you would draw stuff in another specific way. But I'm gonna go back there one more time to see if there's something I missed. No, it doesn't seem like it. Whatever, let's head back then. But on the Sega Saturn, you know, obviously you could make a simple game which only really uses the main CPU. You could, like, run both CPUs. You could let the... what I've seen people do, you could use, like, the secondary CPU for rendering, and then you could let it access the DSP if it needs even more compute power. Or maybe you could use it as, like, an entirely different thing. Okay, what the fuck am I actually supposed to do here? Like, you could use voxel rendering, there's a lot you can do. One moment, though. Am I stupid? Probably. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, whatever. Wow, that's an inconspicuous path. Get back here this instant, you little shits! That's not what he said, but... I don't know. Whatever. Point is... Hey, you, down here. Down there. Look up if you can hear me. This is so embarrassing. I'm stuck in the street. Can you help me out somehow? Come on now, try harder. Ah, phew, I'm saved. I feel like one big ache. Thanks for getting me out of that tree. I think I'll be okay now. Oh, those little... I was chasing those naughty little Yoshi boys and I fell into their trap. Don't they know how dangerous it is to go into the jungle? I have to find them before they get in too deep. As for you, you'd better get back to the village. It's too dangerous out here. Why on earth did you come into the jungle anyway? Well, so, you're looking for those little rascals as well? Then I don't see why we don't just look for them together. They really don't understand the danger of the jungle, so we have to find them soon. Oh my, how impolite. I haven't even asked for your name. What is it, Fade? Mario. Huh? Well, I've never heard of you before. You must be from far away or something. Enjoy lovely love of our island. That's what I'd usually say to a visitor anyway. But first, can you help me find those boys? Sushie joined our party. And, yeah. Got a new partner. Where do you lead me? There's a baby Yoshi there. Hold on a moment. I'm gonna go back and save. Oh. Because I've been trolled by this game before. See the Chapter 4 fight against that bastard. I have to... maybe I'll go back and fight him. The Dark Shy guy. The OP one. Anything here? Ooh, a coin. Here? What? What can you do? Belly flop. Only 3 damage. It kinda sucks. Can I kill this thing in 7? No. Anyways, yeah. I thought about making a Saturn video. I very well may. I don't know if it's not gonna be out by the time you see this video, most likely, if I decide to make it. The issue is, I've already kinda half-covered it, so I don't want to feel like I'm really repeating myself, but also, it's just fun to talk about, but also it's kind of... It's weird to kind of contextualize it with the other systems, because it's a little bit off the beaten path. Like, if I wanted to... Oh, hello there. If I wanted to, for instance, make a video just covering, you know, the N64 basics, that's kind of... Not the N64 basics, I mean, like, just generally the basic differences. It's kind of easy when the systems have kind of similar pipelines, but, a lot of it is difficult to explain with the, Sega Saturn, purely because it's such a different system. A problem which I've run into trying to explain this to people is like, you know, it's kind of like with the CPU, where MIPS architectures handle some things in a different amount of instructions versus, like, Power Quake badge. Hold on. Badges? I don't think I need ice power, so we can get we'll get power quake and I'll get power jump. Why not? Anyway, wrong button. Wrong button yet again. It's this one. Anyways, yeah. The Sega Saturn is kind of hard to explain for some stuff. Purely because it, as a system, was so different. Like, you know, the SH2s, as I mentioned earlier. You can show people the way they work. The issue is, you can't compare them one-to-one, right? Like, the N64 and PS1 CPUs were kinda similar. They weren't necessarily that similar, but they, you know, they're the same architecture. They're sort of comparable. The issue is, the PS1 CPU, and, like, the Sega Saturn CPU, for instance, are very different, because the Sega Saturn one could, for instance, like, basically, okay, the reason why Sega chose the SH2 architecture was because there were multiple benefits to it over, you know, other ones. One nice thing is that while, like, the Saturn was a 32-bit system, the actual instructions only took up 16 bits, which means that, like, in a basic sort of memory transfer scenario, when you're transferring instructions, you only have to transfer, like, you know, one instruction per 2 datas or whatever. So you basically save cycles on that. But more importantly than just that, what ends up happening with, like, that little strategy of you doing that, it means you can also fit more stuff into the instruction cache. Because if you think about it, you know... Oh, dear God. Like, the, N64, for instance, has... No, I think the PS1's a better comparison. Like, you know, the PS1 has 4 kilobytes of, instruction cache, right? And the, Sega Saturn either has, like, 2 kilobytes... It's weird. Not again. Hey! It's, like, if I remember this correctly, you can either have, like, 2K of, just, like, you can have a 2 kilobyte data cache and a 2 kilobyte instruction cache, or you can just have, like, a 4 kilobyte, instruction cache. And if you have, like, a 2 kilobyte thing, you may think, wow, well, you have more data cache, but a lower instruction cache. But if you can fit more instructions into the cache, that could mean that the code size could be, you know, more comparable. But then again, there is some other stuff, like the Sega Saturn's processors, like, designate a small VRAM area for, like, the draw table, and from my understanding, there's no real, like, quote-unquote ordering table. You have to do it all in software. It's just... Okay, monster. It's just one of those things where, like, it's kind of hard to do a proper comparison with, fuck. It's kind of difficult to do a proper comparison between, like, spec versus spec, when in many ways, you just can't trust everything. Because, like, there's just so much different. Even when you go down to the data structure for, like, the memory, right? Like, how big of a level could you store in one system's cache, right? Or, like, in one system's RAM? Well, it depends what kind of data format they had. Also, yeah, we're upgrading Sushie, obviously. Because, like, you know, theoretically, right? What we could do... A super rank, that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna test her out in combat next. But yeah, first I'm gonna go back home and save. Like, theoretically, right, the difference between the Saturn and PS1 would be XYZ, but oh, if the PS1 had a more efficient, for instance, like, texture format, not a more efficient texture format, sorry, like, a more efficient, like, polygon format, like, just a way to store polygons in a way which spent, like, less data. Like, let's say, for instance, the Sega Saturn could only understand 32-bit polygons, but, you know, per vertex. You know what I mean. Like, you could have very different situations depending on how the system was built. And it's kind of hard to explain that in a way where, you know, it makes sense. So the easiest way to explain that in a way which makes sense is the far more basic one of just pointing and looking at a video game. And yeah, theoretically, it may not be the best example, not all the time, but it gives you a really good and relatively, like, realistic picture of, like, how those games were. Because, and it's kind of like why homebrew is a double-edged sword, mainly because, like, it's a system popularity sort of thing, you know? Like, XL2 has gotten ray tracing running on Sega Saturn at a relatively playable frame rate. Oh yeah, look at this guy. Here's a bulb. Oh, I want you to take this seed. Huh? Oh, it's not ready yet. Bastard. Wait. That's a 20... Dude, we can go to Melon soon. I don't know when I'll do it, but I'll do it definitely. We could get the power boost badge, basically. I know it costs a decent chunk, but doing, like, 6 damage instead of 4 damage with Mario would be really good. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of the thing. So at the end of the day, like, you start off being like, oh, I don't want to show off, like, you know, video games to show the performance difference. I want to be more intellectual than that. And at the end of the day, you realize, wait a minute. These games are basically the best way to show people what's possible. Because, sadly, most people just do not comprehend advanced, like, nerd talk, you know? Oh god, this fight again. I'm gonna make the executive decision to first... No, she's gonna get hurt. To, run away. And now we're gonna have to lose some money, which sucks. Oi, go away. Oh no, I forgot. That's not the path. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's fight him. Now... This is gonna hurt, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I could have expected that to happen. Alas, how... That's so slow. Okay, time to run away again. No! Fuck, I need to be more careful. Whatever. I am wasting money right now. Okay. Let's continue. With slightly more... Oh, hello. Who's gonna fight me, isn't it? Bastard. Okay. I'm not falling for the same shit twice. But yeah, I can see how the jungle is dangerous, considering all these creatures are here. Okay, belly flop, how much damage do you do? 4 damage. Okay. The issue you kinda run into, in my opinion, is, it's also like the fanboyism thing, where so many times people just do want to see their box win. I have, for some reason, been called in a video where I specifically... One of the things I did was specifically make fun of the N64 in the video. That one video, right? I specifically made fun of it because I thought it'd be kind of funny, and because I do genuinely think that a big reason why the 5th gen of gaming is seen as, like, kind of ugly is because a lot of N64 games did kind of look kinda shitty. Like, Paper Mario is an example of a really good-looking N64 game, but for every one of these, there's a lot of body harvests, if you get me. It's just... It's kind of a harder art style to get right, I guess, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to, fuck this jump up. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay, we're good. And the problem with the, fanboys and stuff is, I always somehow called it a Nintendo fanboy in that video. I don't understand why. I mean, you may be wondering, how was a video that was, I don't know. I feel like some people don't watch the video. I wish, like, there was a way for me to check on every individual user, like, the timestamp at which they made their comment. Just so I know, like... Oh, that's incredible. You know, what specific thing pissed them off? Oh, guys, look, I can't hit it on its head. And, like, the funny thing is, to me, right, I still get, on that specific, like, we don't need remakes of PS1 game video, right? I still get people complaining that, I'm wrong and stupid. Because, oh, well, would you know, I didn't understand the video award. Oh, well, the games look archaic and have tank controls, and they haven't aged well. You know, that sort of stuff. Shit. Die. There we go. Oh, perfect. I hate this so much. You may be wondering, why do I mess up the jump action command so many times? I do not know. Both of these guys can call in... I fucked that up again, okay. Yeah, both of these guys can call in, like, extra troops, but I don't want fuzzies. They're infinitely more infuriating to deal with. How do you dodge that attack, dude? Like, no matter what I do... Like, there's nothing I can do, guys! No, but seriously, how do you... Basically, like, I know this is the sort of I didn't watch the video award, but, like... the problem is, the point of the video wasn't that, PS1 games are flawless masterpieces, and that they should be always regarded as such. The point of the video was that, no game developer makes a PS1 game. Well, I mean, okay, there are examples of ports from other platforms where maybe, like, they couldn't fully realize their vision, or maybe the developers ran out of, like, development time, so had to rush out a part of the game. You know, there are those examples, but generally speaking, in most cases, realistically, right? Oh, I'm gonna fight this, won't I? No. What is this? It's a statue of Raphael the Raven. Maybe you can put something inside it. Interesting. The point of the video was to respect the games as art. Because that's what they are. I know sometimes some people act like they're not. Like, but I feel like those Get down from the tree, buddy! Bastard. Oh, damn it, it's you. Thought it was a Yoshi. Like, I mean, you've seen the internet discourse where somebody is like, heh, our games can contain art, but they're not actually. No, either the person who said that... Oh god, they're summoning a second one. Like, either the person who said that is a fucking idiot, which could happen, or they're just saying it for attention. And in both cases, they're not worth your time. So, like, you know, you could take time out of your day responding to them, telling them how stupid they are, but that's what they want. These are, like, the sort of contrarian hipster takes that people want pushback on. I guess it's what's made me kind of annoyed. Because that's kind of like how some people genuinely engage with, games these days. And the issue is, Oh, you bastard, come down here. Morning. Oh, hey, it's Mario. What's the matter with you? You were looking for me? Oh, Sushie too? We were playing hide and seek and I got real sleepy. Figured I'd take a nap here. There's nothing to worry about. The jungle's not so bad. I'm starting to get a little bit lonely though, so maybe I go back home. Bye now. This is gonna fly me back, isn't it? Wait, yeah. Let's do this again. I love some of the, like, goofy-ass animations in this game. Wait. Oh, shit. Again? I need to see what that bulb does. Point is, it's one of those things where a lot of my takes, basically all of them, are things that... Okay, I blocked it. Like, they're things that I do or say because that's what I think. One of the things that I've always kind of liked is the fact that when I say something, it's something I genuinely think. It's not something that I've said, you know, just because I could say it. So, like, for instance, my take that I don't like Mario Sunshine. That's not a made-up take. No, I think it's the worst 3D Mario. Oh, that's cute. Like, yeah, or the fact that I don't like Sonic games very much. They've just never appealed to me. I liked the adventure-style gameplay. That's about it. Like, I'm sorry. That's, the Sonic I know are, like, the first 3 games and Knuckles, not CD, honestly. And, like, the adventure games, and that's it. That's Sonic for me. That's kind of, yeah, like, I've played a bit of 06. I'm sorry. But the modern stuff just doesn't really appeal to me that much. I don't know why. But yeah, we're playing as the better character. Yoshi. And we'll see you next time when we save the other 20 billion Yoshis. See you then! Goodbye.